Roman. Death to Roman.
Poor Charlotte. They had a sale on the other day. Buy one, get one for $1.
I saw that.
I got.
Did you get one?
Yeah, I got an AJ Styles one and just the black P one.
Oh.
Or is it actually no? Is it AJ? I think it's AJ. Thank you for that.
So right,
It's
mate.
touching.
Do you want to eat some?
Not just yet.
Do it at the end of
Not
it.
just
We'll have a break.
Full of mixed grill.
What was in the mixed grill?
There was gammon.
Would have been my
They
first
actually gave me
go-to.
2 gammons, which was very nice of them. I think
I thought it was going to be a joke there. They actually gave me 2 gammons. I think everything's going to have a punchline now. Go on. I'll bite.
And then there was steak,
Right.
some mushrooms, some grilled tomatoes, some peas, onion rings, chips.
Oh yeah, you need to have pound cake on for
Yeah,
Who's
I'll
doing the
wash
intro?
down with a nice pint of Moretti.
Nice.
Can't ask for more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, getting off.
Who's doing the intro? I forget who's done it.
I don't want to.
I will do it. It's my
Okay.
birthday.
Alright.
Are you late or are you not late? Do you want to be late? We can have done that now, haven't we? Let's just leave it that we did that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
we did
intro
that,
this
yeah,
time.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Because we
nice
know
of
you
it.
can't say no one came to my birthday because we've just done that.
Yes.
So we can't do that. So
Yeah. Breaking
Just
kayfabe there.
go straight into
Cool.
it, I reckon.
yeah.
Know what you're doing?
Yeah, I think so. Hello everybody, this is the Triple Threat Club podcast. This is Tim.
That's Adam.
This is the birthday boy.
Yes!
J Bone.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Feeling old?
Always.
There you go.
Always.
What have you done to celebrate?
Ate meat.
There you go.
And drank beer.
What good way? That's the best way, isn't it?
Yeah, and now we're going to talk about half naked men.
Jumping around in tights.
Yeah. All like oiled up and stuff.
Can we talk about wrestling?
Where's my life gone?
You say
What's
like this is a
happened?
new thing. That's how you spent your birthday for the past 10 years, I imagine.
And long may it continue.
Oh,
So in this birthday special podcast,
we're going to talk about Elimination Chamber.
Because that's coming. We've all just done the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, this Sunday.
this is
already.
exactly what we needed, was a pay-per-view straight away with no build-up time.
Do you feel like they've done that to kind of like erase the shitness that was the Rumble? Or quick, let's give them another one, quick.
No, because it's been in the diary for a long time. They just haven't thought. Do you reckon they're going to throw another one in? Another SmackDown one before Mania?
No.
Well, there's no pay-per-view in March. At all, because Fastlane's like
5 weeks.
2 weeks after Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And then, that's it till Mania then. So they've got to do something. They'll do some
Fastlane is better placed. Because that's kind of the traditional 3 or 4 weeks between pay-per-views then.
Mm.
But Elimination Chamber to WrestleMania is too big of a time. SmackDown's going to fall on its arse in between that. They already don't have any body work in there. So,
You say that, but I prefer watching it.
well, it's only 2 hours, isn't it?
It's only
less
2
than-
hours.
It's an hour less of my life taken
But like, I
Yeah.
feel
every
like
week.
I'm getting this thing now where I kind of feel like Raw, the pressure's on Raw because it's the flagship show and it's 3 hours and it's got, in theory, big people on it and it's where a lot of stuff's got to happen. I feel like the pressure's gone on them and they're trying too hard and it's kind of dying on its arse a little bit.
Yeah.
There's not really any pressure on SmackDown. You got a couple of good people. We know they need more people.
Yeah.
We know that. But other than
They
that,
know that.
Yeah, they know that.
They do nothing about it.
No, which is weird. But I feel like it's at least the kind of there's no pressure on them. They all seem to be having a better time. It seems a better put together show, apart from the glaring mistakes and things, but Randy Orton won the Rumble. But on the whole, I don't know. I think they might be alright, is what I was getting at there. I don't know.
So you reckon they can go 5 or 6 weeks up until Mania and actually build something good in that time?
Yeah, I feel like they'll do that. They'll actually build something on the show as opposed to, right, we've got this other pay-per-view going on here. We need to put something at what we're going to do here. We need to make these. Don't just build what you've got now.
To be fair, they did, because they had a long time between their last pay-per-view and Rumble. They had good 6-7 weeks there, and they actually kind of. Yeah, they just it didn't drag at any point. You know, they had a little bit of a mini kind of climax halfway through.
And they actually got
that's
us,
what I usually do, to be fair.
They actually got us to the point as well where we thought, yeah, there'd be a few people from SmackDown that would be worthy Rumble winners. Yeah, it's going to be a good Rumble. This, I'm really excited. Oh, you did that. Never mind.
You did.
It was the thing is, like, once they had the Corbin match with AJ, you thought, right, okay, so that's, you know, it's just going to be Rumble time now.
Yeah.
All build up. They didn't mention it. Just did not mention it. If you'd have watched SmackDown, you would have no idea there was a Royal Rumble happening.
No, true.
And then you'd have come back the SmackDown after Rumble, and you'd be like, "What's this tournament that Randy Orton's won?" Like Pat Patterson winning this tournament in Brazil to win the Intercontinental title.
It was a bit like that, to be fair. And then it was when Randy Orton won it, and then he's back behind Bray Wyatt, coming in, one of the Wyatt family, one of 2 people in the family.
Can't really call it family.
One of whom's only been in it a couple, not even a year. Family? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll get to.
I'm going to get to that.
We'll get to all
Have
the.
you got some sort of order for us, Tim? What are we supposed to talk about?
Raina's in here
I
because we're just going
reckon
to talk.
just generally, we should probably have a bit of a Raw catch up first to get that stuff out of the way. Then we'll go match by match for Elimination Chamber and see what we predict is going to happen.
So have we had 2 Raws since the Rumble?
Yeah, we've had 2 Raws, 2 SmackDowns.
Did the first one? Did they even acknowledge that the Rumble had happened?
Not really, because not the match so much, because obviously a SmackDown guy won the Rumble. So on Raw, there wasn't really any.
That was our entire
mention
issue
of it
with the match itself, though, wasn't it? That nothing happened in the Rumble
No.
itself. So it wasn't like they could have immediately gone into Raw and been like, okay, headline, that happened at the Rumble, what's the fallout going to be? It was just
Roman Reigns.
nothing happened.
No.
Reigns and Strowman, that was the only kind of.
But that wasn't
story
in the
thing that
Rumble
came
match,
out.
was it? That
No.
was just at the pay-per-view. So, yeah, you're right. So it was just Reigns gets. Oh, I don't know.
So it was Strowman versus Owens in the main event.
And then
Yeah.
Roman came and cost him the belt.
Yeah.
Well, at least they
And
told
then
you
beat up
that.
Kevin Owens.
They
for
told you the
Roger.
reason Braun came out was because Kevin Owens, and I didn't even know he'd said this. I'd missed this. Kevin Owens had said, "Oh, if you can help me out and all that kind of stuff, you'll be right up there with a chance."
Did this actually happen? Or
I
was
don't
this-
know because I don't remember this.
vaguely remember them having a conversation.
They must have done because
I vaguely remember this
When?
now.
it was one of
A
the
week or 2 before Rumble.
It was one of the backstage things
Okay.
that sometimes, if you're not careful after the adverts, you fast forward right over.
Yeah, or if you're watching it on YouTube, it's not on YouTube.
It won't be on it at all. So it was one of them. So they did that. Roman cost Braun the match because, of course, he did. And then
And then they just pissed on Owens. We thought, oh, I've beat one guy, I'll beat up Owens as well.
I don't like where Owens is headed. I really don't. We'll talk obviously more about Fastlane in another podcast, but I don't like the way that match is set up.
it feels like a matter of time now before Owens loses it, doesn't it? Really, because it's always through Jericho hijinks or Roman Reigns. There you go, or Braun Strowman. Next one, he's got to lose it. Really.
Yeah, there's no way he can go there.
That's the thing, like, the way that it's been set up. I was okay with CM Punk's huge championship reign ending at the hands of The Rock, as much as he hated it, and I'm sure lots of people did.
I hated it.
Yeah, but and fair enough, because he's like a temporary guy, and you don't actually want the CM Punk reign to end at all. But if you're gonna lose it after a reign like that, then cool for it to be someone as big.
It makes sense for it to be a marquee kind of name.
Yeah. But Goldberg sucks balls.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay.
Yeah.
He does, doesn't
See,
he? He
See,
does.
I'm more fine about this than I was Rock taking it off Punk.
Well,
Why?
that's because you really like Goldberg and
'Cause
you
I-
really liked Punk, so
Yeah, probably why.
that's why. I mean, I like myself. I'm the other way around. It's The Rock. I love The Rock
Yeah.
because he turned it all around for me and brought me back into it and all that from the Attitude Era and all that. So I was like, yeah, give it The Rock. That's cool.
Yeah.
And I hate Goldberg and I like Kevin Owens. So I'm like, oh, don't take it off Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is a young guy, pulling out some great matches, really good, worlds ahead of him.
Yeah.
Don't let this old bastard take it off him
it's-
in probably less than 2 minutes.
Oh, that. Yeah,
It's a
it's,
fucking
it's,
point.
it's the way that it.
It's gonna go
But
down.
I mean, the match itself, if it goes like that, will be horrible. But even if they make a match of it and Goldberg wins, it's still like, why couldn't you have just given it to Chris Jericho if someone like that is gonna beat Owens? Because eventually we know everyone's gonna lose the championship. But it could have been anyone. Use it to elevate someone. Because this way, it's Kevin Owens jobbing to Goldberg, and then Kevin Owens has to make a massive step down, and probably ends up in a shit match at WrestleMania for it.
Yeah. This is unfortunately the thing that kind of happens over Mania though. And goes, right, yeah, you worked hard all year, and you've been our guy, but, you know, the big boy here now.
Why don't you just do this 2 months ago though? Then we can actually build up and it makes some sense a month out. Because now it's like, oh quick, we have to just arrange everything the way we want it for WrestleMania. It doesn't matter that it doesn't make any friggin' sense.
It's hard not to agree.
But what else has happened on Raw?
Something good because we started off negative again here, and we're all a bit meh.
Oh, positivity, come on.
What's good that's been on
a,
Raw?
a little bit of positivity maybe that might have come of something bad is that reports today are that Rollins' injury isn't as bad as
Seth Rollins got
expected.
injured.
Oh yeah, it was a shit. Obviously a massive shame, but Samoa Joe's entrance and introduction to Raw has been fantastic. I think.
Aside from the fact that it should have been on SmackDown, yeah, I agree.
And
Yeah.
do you like that he's wearing a suit?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I said to him when I got in. Why the fuck have they put him in a suit as Triple H's bitch?
As long as he's not going to wear a suit every week, it'd be a bit weak then. But
Well, then but why put him in it in the first place?
because he's got his suit out to sign his contract.
Bullshit.
It's a big occasion for him.
Samoa Joe's a badass.
Kevin Owens started wearing a suit when he became.
That was
champ.
funny though, because he was doing it on purpose.
he was wearing a knackered old suit.
He was
as well.
doing that because, and you heard about, the new and the champ got to wear a suit, and he made a joke of it on the Jericho podcast, didn't he? And he was like, oh yeah, I've got a suit, I'll wear the suit. He put Samoa Joe in the suit and made him Triple H's bitch straight away. Samoa Joe is no one's bitch. That's the
Makes
whole
people
point.
their bitch.
That was why I was speculating that as much as the moment when Rollins' knee was injured, according to reports, as much as that does look horrible, maybe a little bit of speculation that he was actually injured before all of that went down, and they needed to now injure him on TV to keep him out, which would explain why he came out at NXT and why he wasn't in the Rumble, because that doesn't make a lot of sense.
That's a conspiracy theory. That sounds like to me.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like over the week of they found out he was injured, they didn't quite know how bad it was, didn't have time to assess it because of NXT and Rumble and all that. They needed to just remove him from the Rumble so they had time to assess it, and then by the time Raw comes round, they say, okay, not excuse me, he's not good to go. We need a replacement for Triple H. Here's Samoa Joe.
Replacement for Triple H.
For the Triple H match. So between now and WrestleMania, they eventually turn Samoa Joe. And exactly like you say, Samoa Joe says, I'm no one's bitch.
Do you think they're going to turn him
And
within
drop
the
Triple
space
H.
of...
I'm
That'd be
really
horrendous.
wildly speculating here, but if Rollins can't make it back, Samoa Joe is perfectly placed to just step in at this point. Because there's nobody else.
Would you not thought Balor would have been a decent one?
But they've not built him up at all. Plus Balor is a cruiserweight compared to Triple H. Triple H would batter the living shit out of Finn Balor, and I'm not believing it any other way.
Really?
I reckon he could do it. I think, but I think the problem is the other part where he's not been on TV, he's not done anything, and it's match fit as well. And he'd literally be going straight into a massive match at Mania, and I don't think they'd do that.
Not a good idea.
You could do the old Balor at Mania now. I can't see anything more than a run-in from him. I could see that. I could see him taking out Kevin Owens in a match, or Rollins or Triple H. I could see him doing something like that, or AJ Styles. Anything. He could do any kind of running probably from Balor.
Yeah.
But I can't see him doing a match now. I think it's too late.
I reckon he'd be the perfect comeback for the Raw after Mania.
Possibly.
Especially, well, it's complicated. If the belt ends up either with Goldberg or Lesnar by that point, Finn Balor getting involved with either of them doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
No, that would be awful. No.
That would not be good.
I wouldn't want that for him.
So he needs to stay away until the Universal belt is easy enough for him to come straight back as the
Unless he's not going for the belt when he comes back. He could go anywhere else really.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Same.
He could go after Seth Rollins if Seth Rollins hadn't got the belt because he injured him in the first place, and they could put on a barnstorming load of matches really. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Does anything good happen on Raw though?
This will be fantasy bucket.
I kind of started that by saying the positive is he was injured, but possibly
He might not be back. He might be set for. You think he might be back? I heard he might be.
Reports from today are saying
I'm worried for him though.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to rush anything back. I don't want, because it's a massive match if he's doing it.
Yeah.
I could see that just being.
I don't want it to get thrown out. That's the big thing.
I could just see it ending badly. I don't want it to.
I feel worse for him if he doesn't make it though.
I can see him rushing himself back because he missed the last one and really messing himself up.
Yeah, like it's clear that this knee is going to be a problem down the line. Like,
Isn't his other knee? Can't remember.
No, it's the same knee. So it's clear that it's nowhere. Like, cause I remember watching the documentary and they're like, "Oh, it's going to be stronger than ever." It's like, well, it's not. It's not going to be. You're going to have to be careful with it.
I mean, perhaps, but just because we're such big Taz fans now, I was listening to.
It was always
Taz.
I was listening to the Taz podcast this week, and he made a fair point that people are jumping to the conclusion that he's injury prone now. When really, but what's happened really is two completely separate, really fucked up fluke injuries.
To the same knee though.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But it's only two, and yeah, it's bad luck because it's Seth Rollins. It's happened to twice. But if you take anybody from the entire roster and that happens to them, you just isolate that moment where Joe grabs him and pulls him down, and he's pulling him down sideways. If that happens to anybody, then he could not be very happy about it. I reckon it's possibly just a coincidence that it's that same knee again.
Hopefully so.
Yeah.
I don't know, do you?
You just worry though.
Well, that's the thing now. He's out of the mix on Raw for 2 months, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So now you're down to just like the 4 guys going in like a little circle. Are they going to give it like? I know they brought Joe in. Is anyone else going to get a little bump up? Do you think? Was Rusev on Raw this week?
I think so.
I didn't see him.
I think he's exclusive to Total Divas now.
Who the fuck was Rusev? Loving his work over the last few weeks. He didn't do anything in the Rumble. Didn't do anything after it. I don't know where he is. What are you doing?
He is treading water.
But everyone's a lot of them seem to be like treading water. I fast forward through because I tried to start watching it a bit more because I felt like I was missing those little bits. Fast forwarded the tag teams again. Couldn't give a shit about the club. Yeah. Cesaro and Sheamus. I'm not interested. So generic. Like I was just like, nah, I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
Bailey and Charlotte and Nia Jax and Sasha Banks.
Predictable. So predictable.
Where's Dana Brooke?
Yeah, where is Dana Brooke?
Been taking.
She's been taking selfies with the Big Show today.
Happy birthday, Big Show.
Happy birthday, Big Show. Not happy that he shares my birthday.
No.
You know. Isn't that a cool thing?
Oh, that was very cool.
No, he's overshadowing my day.
He overshadows everyone. He's the Big Show.
He does.
He's the Big Show. You're the big deal. You're the big shot. You're the big J.
I'll take all of those. But yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Big Show.
Happy birthday to me.
There just doesn't seem like this is like we said. Oh, let's start off this with a bit of a chat about Raw before we move on to SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Have we done that now? Fuck all's happening. Fuck all. We're on the road now.
Roman
Go on.
Reigns and Samoa Joe was alright.
Oh, come on! I'm going home. Roman was alright.
Roman's just
Why the fuck is he sticking his oar in there?
because he's just being a bit of a
We
dick.
can't have anything. Well, this is pretty cool. Samoa Joe's here. What's that? He's wearing a suit. Oh, he's fucking Roman. You could tell in the crowd. Everyone went, oh, for fuck's sake. We can't have anything.
I liked that he was just Roman was just being a bit of a dick. I quite like that.
But he wasn't. He was being Roman, and he is a dick, and it's a dickish thing to do. But he wasn't healing it up. He was being Roman again.
Yeah, he needs to heal it up more than him.
But even if he comes out and he like goes complete character change in that moment, even if it's still like, yeah, but it's fucking Roman
He's
Reigns.
here again.
It's like, just let Samoa Joe be Samoa Joe for a second. Let's just, as much as he's heel and he's in a suit, which has pissed you off, which
The
means
suit
it's
pissed me off.
worked.
No.
He's the heel, he's Triple H's bit. Okay, but
I know what you mean, but
either way.
Okay.
But still, kind of drink that in for a second. This is Samoa Joe on Raw.
That's
And
cool.
And he got the pin.
Just about for a second, I know I was supposed to. I was like, fucking hell, what? Because I think one of the commentators said they're putting an end to this a bit quick. I thought it was something like that. That's the end of the mystique of Samoa Joe. And I was like, it fucking is. What are they doing?
That's the thing. You wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
No, and it wasn't that false finish. Like, it was like,
Oh, for
fuck's sake! It was
Yeah.
one of them. Oh my god! It's just, why is he here again? You fucked up the Rumble, and now you're coming out to this pretty cool moment. What?
I just can't help but look at the potential. At some point, we need to do a podcast completely focused on just the fantasy booking of WrestleMania, taking nothing else into
We'll
account.
do that on the road for we'll do that.
Like just the matches we want though, because it seems to me, like I was saying to both of you earlier, it feels like there's a frequency that I just can't quite hack into, that WWE management and writers just get, and because I look at if Kurt Angle.
Madness.
Well, yeah, but maybe, but Kurt Angle is wrestling in Milton Keynes in a couple of weeks' time. He's match fit. He's good to go. He could do something at WrestleMania. So you just look at all the amazing potentials. If you just go one-on-ones, you've got AJ, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, maybe Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, all these amazing guys. Like even if you then you go to Ambrose and Ziggler and Miz and guys at that level, you've got so
Great
much
matches.
potential, but it's still always, what's the biggest thing happening on Raw right now? Plus Reigns?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that ruins that, doesn't it? But you think it's awesome
The ultimate third wheel.
He really is,
Oh.
isn't he?
I
He's like you on these podcasts. I'm joking. It's his birthday. I'm minding him up. How annoying was Stephanie at the start of that Samoa
She
Joe
was
wearing
a
a suit?
bitch.
She was just why is she? Why?
That's
being
flat
shit.
out. That's flat out workplace bullying.
just being shitty to Mick Foley.
It is, and I don't particularly like Mick Foley at the moment, but
No, because he takes it.
it just seems a bit like, I don't know. And she's just wearing me out a little bit now.
Just HR needs to get involved, I think.
And yeah, he's got a grievance there, hasn't he? really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All he needs to do is just write an email.
You just,
Set the
it's
ball
just-
rolling.
You're happy to go in there and mediate, aren't you? You're
Yeah,
good at shit
exactly.
like that. You get it.
I'll meet with them both separately, then I'll get them together in a room.
Dodgy things will happen and we'll speak no more of it.
She's just a bitch, isn't she?
She is.
And all Mick Foley was trying to do, I mean, by the writing, is not be happy that Samoa Joe's just
Yeah,
taken out
and
one
look
of his
a bit-
top talent.
Yeah, and look a bit wary and a bit.
Yeah, and then but there's just weird friction because Stephanie,
Friction or sexual tension.
well, maybe that as well. But she's supposed to be the commissioner of Raw.
Hmm.
So, no matter how you look at it, Rollins getting injured is not good for Raw.
It's not best for business.
It's not. So, Stephanie then sort of being a bit because she's sticking up for Triple H because it was Triple H's doing. Like, I've got an answer for you to make this situation less fucked up. Remove Stephanie. And now you just have
Didn't you do that a few podcasts ago?
You sacked her.
You sacked her.
Yeah,
you fired
fucked her
her.
off. Yeah, just
I think we have to.
just give her a break. She's a mum. She's, you know.
If you have Stephanie tell Mick Foley, you have to go out and do this, and then Mick Foley's like kind of begrudgingly welcoming Samoa Joe, then you've got.
You could do something with
It's
that.
very easy.
Yeah, that's a better story.
It's heel and face.
You
Yeah,
could do
Good
something.
enough.
Yeah, Mick struggling with being the corporate person.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having him berated by Steph every week just makes him.
Why are they both there? It doesn't make any sense. Fucking
I know,
hell.
why does she need him? If she's
If
constantly.
she's doing it all
If she's
anyway.
doing it all anyway, I'd be just like, why am I paying you?
You know, on a positive, Raw's red. I quite like red as a colour. I think that's it.
Yeah,
I
That's
prefer blue. Actually, blue is my
Oh.
favourite colour.
I like purple.
we're fucked, aren't we?
Yeah.
Is there nothing that we can talk about as good from Raw?
Nah, I think we're done.
The Triple H promo before Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
That was good. That was good.
That was good. That was a very good promo.
You have to really pick bits out now, I think.
Do you think Triple H was kind of doing a smart promo with that? By maybe leaning a little bit towards a face?
Oh yeah, he still puts himself over all the time. He's not lost that trait at all.
Well, that's the thing, and the thing is, and he's clever about it. I agree with that, but also the fact that he's always gonna be the face. Everyone's always gonna cheer him because he's Triple H,
Yeah.
and he's doing NXT, and he's Triple H.
Yeah.
So he can be a dick, but he's always gonna get cheered. So if he just keeps it on that kind of
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
fence, it's so clever.
genius,
It's the
isn't it?
perfect way of doing it.
He's not lost that politicking
He's
style,
just,
has he?
but it's good.
It's
I'll-
deserved as well.
He's not doing anything untoward. He's not burying anyone. He's not like just doing it
He
to
did-
get himself over. He's giving everybody what
He
they
did bury
want.
Reigns a bit last year.
Good.
Yeah, honestly, you can say that, but if you just take everything into account as far as talent of every kind in wrestling, Triple H and Roman Reigns, does Triple H need to bury Roman Reigns? I reckon Reigns pretty much does it all by himself,
he does.
and Vince helps him.
Yeah.
Vince
Yeah,
says,
yeah,
"Here's
true.
the shovel, Reigns. Bury yourself," and Reigns is just like, "Yeah, man."
Maybe they're gonna have a buried alive match.
Oh,
Mania.
And then they leave him.
Just leave.
they just
the ultimate
they just
symbolic.
legit kill Roman Reigns.
Everyone just shovels one on him. Buried you.
Just invite everyone in the crowd.
Yeah.
Just throw some dirt on him. Shall we talk about the Elimination Chamber?
Let's talk about the blue brand.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber is this Sunday. I'm guessing just back to a normal 1 hour pre-show now. You guys gonna watch pre-show?
Probably
No.
not.
No.
No.
And then the show. I'm hoping they just get. Is there a lot of matches booked on this already?
Yeah, 7.
Tell me what the match. Fuck off.
7 matches.
Sorry everyone. 7 matches.
7 matches.
Is
Is
it
it?
including pre-show?
Nothing is officially pre-show as of my information.
Should we do right? We haven't done proper predictions for a while, really.
Should we predict what's going to be pre-show though?
No.
I reckon I can.
Okay, out
I
of these,
reckon I
one,
can.
are you picking one of these for pre-show?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Go on.
Apollo Crews and Callisto versus Dolph Ziggler.
Pre-show.
There you go.
We have a winner.
It's a 2-on-1 handicap match between someone who should be in the main event against two little bottom of the card should be on NXT / Fired.
That's so funny that they get an.
Excuse me.
That's you. That they get a handicap match on him. So
And he's gonna win. So how much of a
Apollo Crews is
Oh.
bigger than Dolph Ziggler.
how much of a ridiculous squash is this match? Ziggler has to win, but what if he doesn't?
It's just.
Dolph fought his way off that pre-show. Through the Miz, he managed to drag himself off the pre-show. Then they gave him the Intercontinental title, took it off him. Okay, he kept him at the top, and then his gimmicky thing was, I'm gonna turn heel because I'm losing a bit and I'm not really having the success. So as a result of that turn to make him go to the next level again,
Yeah.
he's back down at he's gone down the snake and he's back at the fucking beginning on the pre-show against the same two dickheads who were on the pre-show before.
And in a handicap match. This doesn't make him look strong if he wins this match. Because he's in this match. Predictions?
I'm not going to watch the pre-show, that's my
Dolph's
prediction.
got to win. Dolph has to win. Otherwise, seriously now, Dolph. This is it now. If you do not win this match, just call it a day.
And do you know what? I think he'd make a decent living as an actor on like...
You go through a lot of jobs, don't you?
Yeah.
So, this is his time, innit now? This to think, change.
Yeah.
So you think actor?
Yeah, do you know what? You could see him on like The Flash or, you know, them kind of level shows.
Okay.
You know, cable TV, not premium cable, no, not at all.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for Dolph Ziggler right now.
No, but I know what you mean though. Like in like
8 o'clock.
Legends
cable
of
TV
Tomorrow
shows.
or He could be the love interest in Supergirl.
He could be on
no
Hawaii
problem.
5-0. He'd be great on that. Could be a recurring character. You know, not a series regular, but...
No, but a good little... You could have a good little spin on that, couldn't you?
Yeah,
really?
exactly. He'd be perfect on that. And do you know what? I think I'm going to contact
We
him.
could probably sort this out.
Yeah, we could be his agent, couldn't we?
Okay, let's get
Let's
sweet.
tweet him out now.
We're going to sort this out.
Dolph, you ever seen Hawaii 5-0?
Who do you think's going to win the match, Tim?
Oh, let's hope it's Ziggler.
Well, no, now I hope it's the other two because I feel we might have stumbled across something.
Yeah, we'll get some good commission
That
on
would
that.
have to be the breaking point, wouldn't it?
But it's got to
15%,
Hawaii as well,
I think.
probably.
Well, he'll need somebody like there, like, you want someone doing the talking for him and making his deals.
Yeah.
Well, all the matches are on it.
I've just noticed, for the first time in possibly a long time, if not ever, we've got 3 women's matches on a pay-per-view.
3?
We have actually.
So-
Oh, we have, haven't we?
So,
one of these is on the pre-show.
take your pick, one of them's pre-show.
Nat Nikki is pre-show.
Yeah.
You reckon that's going pre-show? Even
Yeah.
though that was almost prime on SmackDown, and on not going Smack.
Going in the
What am I-
Smack.
what am I trying to
Go
say?
with Smack.
Talking Smack.
It was, and it's the one that's kind of had the most build and and it's got the most to it.
Yeah.
But
So-
but the other one's for the title, and the other one's got better people in
Yeah,
it.
but.
No, we'll stop laughing because we're trying to carry on the show here.
All of that just because I slightly misnamed something.
I know, but I just had I just had a vision about that going in Smack, what that TV show could be.
Okay then.
It'd be brilliant, just wrestlers just on Smack and just spiraling out of control.
That's pretty much what Talking Smack is. So you wouldn't have Becky Lynch and Mickey James pre-show?
To be honest with you, that one it should be
Yeah.
because
But they're not going to do that to Mickey
I
James. though, are they?
like
They
Mickey
did that
James.
with the last
They
pay-per-view.
did. I really like Mickey James though, and I don't want her to be on the
Yeah, but
pre-show.
the last the last one was Rumble though, where there was a
Yeah,
legit
they had to
excuse to
stick
go.
someone.
Yeah,
I am gonna
there's
have
no room
to,
here.
like I have in the past though, I'm gonna have to say I disagree with the liking of Mickey James.
Go on.
Well, you both heard a promo this week?
On
Yes.
Smack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, should I say her promo on SmackDown was so fucking broken up and like I'm being dramatic and badass
I
now?
thought she was really good.
Ah,
I honestly
it
did.
just came across so false.
I thought she was the only one who can speak. Not kind of Alexa Bliss, because I like Alexa Bliss.
Alexa
the-
Bliss fucking burnt Naomi out.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah,
really
that
did.
was good.
really did.
I love that.
So simple as well,
Yeah,
wasn't
so
it?
natural, so simple.
It was really good. No, I really like Mickey James. Because
You
Becky can't speak, Naomi can't speak, Sasha Banks can't speak, Bailey can't speak, Nia Jax can't speak. The Charlotte on Raw is the only one who can speak.
Yeah.
And I think Mickey James is alright,
At
man.
least she has her way, but it still just felt a little bit like 10 years ago.
Fair enough.
Uh,
It does feel a bit charactery.
that was it. was just.
But she's really fit, so that always
She's
buys,
so hot.
so that really always buys people
Yeah, she got
the
an
race
extra
with me.
points there. I thought they were really good, and it's I like the heels, but I don't like the faces. That's a bit wrong, isn't it? It's backwards.
Yeah,
isn't it?
you're rooting for the heels.
Why
there,
am
'cause
I
both
rooting
of them
for
are better
them?
characters?
Yeah.
And it is. It's because of the characters as well. It's not because it's not for any other smarky reason of like
Yeah.
they're a better wrestler or they deserve it or whatever. It's I generally like their characters
Yeah.
better than theirs.
Yeah. Because you look at Becky Lynch, probably is the best wrestler out of that bunch, but the character's just that she's Irish.
It's
I'm not so sure that she is the best wrestler.
Irish. Oh right. No, because I was going to say
Yeah,
she
she
is. No, she
definitely
honestly
is.
is Irish.
Because I think the.
To be sure, she is.
Whoa.
I think if you go off like all four of those to variety, you've got Mickie James, who's I don't think not quite as fresh as she maybe will be yet. You've got Becky Lynch, who I reckon just is consistent enough, but she's not great. Naomi,
She's the most athletic woman. That's like hardest part of the ring now, isn't it? Naomi
Yeah.
being the most athletic woman in the division.
but true, probably, maybe a
'Cause
little bit.
she is, because she can do a
It's-
springboard.
It's moveset, isn't it? I don't know that anybody else can't. And then you've got Alexa Bliss, who's just a bit new. But generally, I would probably just about say Alexa Bliss is the best in ring out of those.
Really?
Maybe.
I'd say all round rather than in ring.
Everyone on their day, I reckon Bliss.
Well, that's good that
Bliss
they're all
is up there.
pretty alright in ring, sort
Yeah.
of thing. And the matches will be fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think Naomi should be in the title hunt at the moment. I don't.
No.
Yeah.
It seems to have just gone right. Who are those women? Oh, let's pick one of them.
I
Oh,
think
it's Naomi.
it's-
Right.
I think it's a very temporary thing. I don't think it'll last beyond.
Do you think? Well, are we going through all these now? Let's go through all the 3 women's matches then.
Well, but Becky Lynch, Mickie James first on the list.
Mickey's got to win.
Yeah, I suppose Mickey's got to win, really.
If you're gonna keep it going.
Maybe through some heel tactics.
Yeah, she can be
shenanigans.
She got to win because she lost at the thing, didn't she? She lost at the Rumble. She hasn't won any
Yeah.
matches since she's been back.
Yeah, she lost to Asuka, so yeah, I'd say.
Mickey's gonna win.
You can't just constantly jog. Unless they go 20 minutes, which they won't.
No.
You can't. Right, so that's that.
Nat and Nikki.
Nat and Nikki.
I've liked the build up, but now it feels like they need the Elimination Chamber to happen because they've been saying the same thing for the past 3 weeks. It's the same John Cena-y kind of promo from, and when I was watching it on SmackDown this week with the 2-way kind of
Yeah.
split screen,
It's horrible.
I had to fast forward it. I didn't want to,
That's-
but I fast forwarded it because I thought this is bad.
That's the point I fell asleep.
There you go. It was crap.
I was enjoying the show until that moment, and then I fell. The next thing I knew.
Natalia just looked bad. She looked weird.
Yeah. She needs a bit of a. We like her, but she needs a bit of an overhaul. I think, like,
Yeah.
do something different with her attire, with her hair, with her. I don't know. She just needs a make under.
Just
Yeah, they do that. They do
yeah,
those shows, don't
stop
they?
dressing like a dominatrix. And
You don't need. She looks cool.
she does it when she's just being herself.
Yeah.
She's awesome. I'd completely buy her as women's
Yeah.
champion.
And do you know what? The best wrestling personalities are people who are just themselves turned up to 11.
Yeah.
And she would be great. And so I don't really get it.
It's like, but when you start just playing a character like she clearly is.
It is very playing the character, like you said about Mickey maybe being a bit charactery with her.
Yeah.
Natalia's full on and it's all the time.
It almost feels like it's kind of an honour for her to be doing it that way. Like because she's got the heritage where she thinks she shouldn't be the kind of person who's just herself.
Mm.
She should be working as a character because that's the history of it. And it's 2017, stop it, because we want to like you.
Well, that's it. There's a character. You like you say, you turn yourself up and you act like a bit of a character, but not a full-on weird.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it was just a bit off, really.
If I could,
I hope Nicole wins and that's the end of it.
that's
Yeah.
the thing. If I could fantasy book, it's Nikki wins with the attitude adjustment. Because she's been chatting shit about John Cena so much, Natalia. It would make sense either the STF.
It'll be one of them. Yeah, I can see it being the STF when she taps out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I can see that.
Nikki James.
John Cena win.
Nikki James. Nikki
Nikki-
Bella.
Nikki wins. Mickey wins for me. You saying that?
Yeah.
Nikki and Mickey?
Yeah. Nikki, and
I said Dolphin.
Bliss.
Oh, and
Lissy.
the women's one. Yeah, Alexa Bliss is going.
Yeah, there's no way no one's winning that belt. No way.
Right.
Right.
On to the next.
Onto the men now.
We have Randall Keith Orton versus his brother Luke Harper.
Oh, his brother.
From another
From another Bray.
From another wire.
Not his brother. Stop saying sibling rivalry, please, JBL. It's fucking terrible. They've been in the same group on a wrestling show for 3 or 4 months and never really got on. So
I think this will be a decent match.
yeah, I think it'll be alright.
Yeah, just like a match. Why not?
Yeah, Randy Orton's a very smooth worker, and Luke Harper's very, very underrated.
Yeah.
You know, normally when he gets a one-on-one match, he does generally shine and just pulls out down all the stops. And
I was glad he got to speak Luke Harper on
Yeah.
SmackDown this week. That was quite good.
I said this. Was it? I can't remember what it was, but the last few months when they had that. Was it a fatal 4-way match for the number 1 contender? And Luke Harper was the best one by far in that match. And I said then, even as a temporary thing, just give him the number 1 contender shot because you'll have some awesome matches from it, and they'll be a bit different.
yeah.
And even now, I kind of think that where this will be a really good match because of Luke Harper, and
Yeah, like you can imagine Randy's going, oh, nice one. I've wanted to work with him for a while, and you know they've probably got a week to come up with some good ideas and
yeah.
yeah.
But where this storyline, like, I mean, if you take the storyline away, you could almost, it looks like it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
aside from Randy winning the Rumble, which doesn't, you look at where the Wyatts have been apart from the Rumble, and you think, okay, Randy's got Luke Harper now, and eventually they'll all go to shit and they'll face Bray at WrestleMania, which makes perfect sense. Except Randy Orton's the number 1 contender at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's an unnecessary addition like Roman Reigns. You do not need it. It's hindered the story more than helped it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a pretty good match. I think Randy Orton will win.
He has to, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I would love it if
Yeah, that'd be a
if
hell of a
Luke Harper
shot.
won.
That'd be a hell of a, you know.
But again, if Randy Orton wasn't the number 1 contender, I'd be very Randy Orton's got to win.
Yeah, he probably.
I reckon at this point, if they think that Randy Orton makes sense as the Rumble winner, then they obviously don't need to build him up anymore. Because he's a 12-time champion, he's won the Rumble, so he loses a match to Luke Harper. Luke Harper gets massively over from doing that, and does nothing to Randy.
I don't think they'd ever do that.
They won't, but I'm just saying it wouldn't.
I do hope that no matter what happens, they do a bit more Luke Harper now.
They shouldn't have split the Wyatts up the way they have. They should have just kept them really close knit. They should have kept Eric Rowan just around. I know he's injured, but they could have just kept him there, and they should have kept Strowman there, and then just had them fighting within their own little clan, but keep them together.
Just doing their own, just kind of branch out and doing their own thing.
Yeah, because you could come up with like a Wyatt style stipulation match for WrestleMania.
You could have them going on both shows as well, and
Very
just
easily.
turning up and appearing on NXT and the Cruiserweight thing. You could do something
so
where
many
they're
things
just
you could do.
everywhere and they just appear, but they didn't do anything with it. And now it's done. If Luke Harper's not in it, and he smacked Bray at the end of SmackDown, didn't he? Clothesline him, whatever it was at the end.
Yeah.
So he hasn't got a hold over him now anymore. So it's done. There is no Wyatts anymore. They've completely. When it goes down as like biggest thing they drop the ball with, the Wyatts will be one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up there with the Invasion, it'll be something like that. It'll be one of the things that people say. Here's where they messed up, and it'll be the Wyatts because they messed it up.
Didn't like the Invasion.
I know I quite liked it, but it's the thing that people talk about, innit? It's the one where you think, it could have been good, that.
I think for me the Invasion 2001, that's a long time ago, that, Jesus. Think about that. That was 16 years ago.
Years ago. Holy shit.
Like, I didn't watch it every week back then, but that was pretty much the storyline that got me into it. Like, properly. It was The Rock coming back for that. And the first wrestling DVD I ever owned was Survivor Series 2001, the final of the invasion, where it was WWF.
The start and the
That's
end
the
were
alliance.
fantastic. It was just all
There was-
shit in it.
That's
There
the
was
thing,
some
yeah.
good bits, and I think it gets a bad rap because it's easy to hate on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it could have been so much better, but it couldn't be any better because of the contract and how it worked. They did pretty much the best they could have with it, to be honest
They
with
should
you.
have just fucking held off.
And it was fine. It wasn't
They should have-
particularly
They should
brilliant.
have held
but-
off. Wait till everyone's contracts were done, then sign them up and go for it.
It was so newsworthy at that
Yeah,
moment.
you had to do it
wasn't
because that's when he bought it, though.
Plus,
you couldn't buy it and then.
If you do
Yeah,
actually
but you
go
could put it
back,
on the back burner.
it's the same as when, like, if you just pick a random WrestleMania number out of your head.
12.
Okay, 12.
Don't know what happened.
You'll go back and you'll think, oh wow, that match happened, that's interesting, I'm going to watch that. Even if it was kind of meh at the time. But now you go back and you think of all the cool things that happened during the invasion. Like, even just the very last match. Look at the caliber of that match as a 5-on-5.
Some of it was good.
But
It
yeah.
wasn't brilliant. Oh, there, that was just my example. That was just an
Yeah.
example of a thing.
Yeah, and I agree. I worry for Luke Harper now as well because he doesn't have a lot of identity if he's not a member of the Wyatt family.
See, I think he does.
They,
Well, not identity, he's got charisma.
they could give him the character. They could explain why he ended up as a Wyatt, but they won't because they don't have that kind
I
of
think he's got
creativity.
enough charisma about him though to.
If they give him the right thing, yeah, I think, yeah, he could do something.
He's good enough.
And
definitely,
at the moment, no, he is just the guy from the Wyatts. It's day one, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like it's going to be hopefully an ongoing thing. It won't be, but
how much does it suck? We have to keep justifying everything we say and stepping back,
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, I think
We
I
have to rein ourselves in, don't we?
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is going to be so cool. It won't be, but
Yeah, let's calm our tits.
look at all the potential for this that they won't take advantage of.
who's going to win, Randy Orton or Luke Harper?
Randy Orton, I suppose.
I think Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Oh, what? We're saying the same thing for everything so far.
No.
It's almost like it's really predictable. Let's see if the next match is predictable or no one gives a shit. Oh, this is a long list. Whew, okay, we've got American Alpha.
I don't give a shit.
Oh god, it's this match.
Ver-
Fucking hell.
versus Heath Slater and Rhino versus Breezango versus the Usos versus the Ascension versus the Vaudevillains for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
Oh man, this is gonna be a clusterfuck, isn't it?
Uh,
Is it like one pinfall as well?
yeah.
Are they all in the ring at the same time, or
No,
can you
it's
tag other
like
teams in?
No, it's one of those. It's tag team turmoil, so two start, one gets eliminated, someone else
Or is
comes
it
out.
elimination?
It's one of them.
Oh, okay.
Just to make it a little bit interesting, they've done that.
Okay. Alright, Vaudevillains going out first.
Pre-show?
Is that it?
Contender?
No, I'll say nothing.
No, this'll fill the gap between Orton and the Elimination Chamber,
Okay.
I reckon.
Do you like any of these tag teams?
I did like American Alpha when they were on NXT and they let them talk and have some personality. Now they just come out and go, yeah. That's about it. That's all they do.
No
Ve-
one else?
Very difficult for them to really do any good work when they got no competition.
I mean, Fashion Police have got some comedic value.
Oh.
I do think Fandango's funny.
I think they're quite funny, and I quite like it, but I'm not going to watch any of the matches.
No.
If they're just doing a little backstage skit, oh, that was quite funny. Did you see that? Yeah, that was quite good.
Yeah,
That's it then. I don't want to see him going for the titles. I don't want to see him. I bet you they're in the ring for less than 2 minutes.
Would they even...
They'll get squashed by Ascension. 2 minutes.
Yeah. A minute of that be handing out tickets.
Yeah,
They should hand out tickets to the Ascension. That'd be funny.
they should. Yeah, and I'll laugh at that, and then they'll get smashed, and then they'll go back again.
Well, if we could put if it's even possible to put a slightly positive on this, if you could change this match, what match would you have instead for the tag team championships? Like anything you want. You have to have.
Revival?
You have to have. You just
American
have.
Alpha?
You just have American Alpha versus the Revival.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly
The Revival on Main yet though.
I know, but that's I can have anything I want.
Okay, well, okay.
Well, if
fair
we're
enough,
wishing
fair
for
enough,
stuff.
I was. If we're gonna
More
go
about
there,
Mickey James,
then-
please.
Because the tag teams just seem to like. None of them are serious tag teams. Slater and Rhino's a
Well,
comedy act.
Usos.
Fashion Police are a comedy act.
Usos.
Usos were really, really hot when they first turned, and then they just made them lose
They just
continuously.
didn't do anything with them.
Yeah, so they just killed all their momentum.
In the world of realistic possibility, though, I mean, I wouldn't have had the Ascension win on SmackDown. Didn't make any sense.
I think they're finally trying to make them look like something though. I think
Both old men.
it's
They
too
look
little
like
too
it.
late, but I think that's what they're going to try and do because they built up, they were good in NXT and then they brought them in and they didn't do anything with
They
them.
fell on their faces the second.
But now
they
I think
arrived.
they're probably thinking, maybe we should have done something with the Ascension. I think that's what they're
I
doing.
think they're thinking, fucking hell, this tag team is just
We've got
shite.
no tag team, so we're going to have to make some of them look half decent.
Yeah.
Because how long has it been now where American Alpha have just beat everybody?
I'm alright with that.
I hate them, me. They're awful. They're brilliant in the ring. They
Yeah.
can't, but they don't give a shit. They can't talk at all.
Yeah.
They've got no charisma at all. There's no point.
It's very similar to.
The team angle,
Well, I was just gonna say they are Team Angle, but not as good.
but not as good with less charisma and
And-
without a leader.
And without Angle, exactly that. That
They'd
completely sums them up.
work if they had. They could work for the Miz. The Miz they could be like Team Angle, Team Miz, and you could do something with them. Yeah, they don't say much. They don't need to. They've got the Miz, and they do all this, and they do all, and they're good in the ring. So let them do all that. But they're not doing anything with them. It's, and like you say, it's so stagnant. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
no one
it's
gives a
just-
shit about any of them.
You basically you have the most simple of ideas where you say, okay, we've got wrestlers, we have to put them in a match, and we've got a championship. So that's the basic thing. Then you say, okay, storyline and what happens in the match and stipulations. But no, we're just staying on that basic bottom level with everything. It's just we've got a load of guys throwing a match, championship. But why? Why should I care?
But they
about
do
this
that every
match?
pay-per-view now. Every
Yeah.
pay-per-view there's this match. And it's crap.
In the world of what's realistic then, because as much as the sorry, who did you say?
Revival.
As much as the Revival would be an awesome match, not gonna happen. In the realms of what's realistic, is there anything you'd rather do here?
Something with Mojo Rawley. How bad's that? When I think, because his tag partner's injured, he needs to get a new partner. I don't know who it is. It would be a good partner.
The Undertaker.
No, that's not. Someone who it could be.
Maybe he steals Rhino from Heath Slater.
I don't want to see Rhino anymore. He's too oddly shaped. I can't handle it.
Who else could we give to Mojo? Or Apollo Crews?
No.
God, no.
There ain't enough people on SmackDown. Ty Dillinger comes out as Mojo Rawley's partner. They win the titles. 10, 10,
A hype
10. I'd fucking pop my socks off for that one. Tim hates it. It's too good and he hates it.
I just
Tim, you're not a massive fan of Tim Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger. He's not quite done enough for me yet.
I think he's on point at the moment. Everyone loves him. Put him with Mojo. People will lose their shit.
I just think
What have you got then? Smart
I
ass.
don't know. I'm
Why is
just
he just
thinking.
quizzing us? You came up with I really liked your idea about the revival. That was such good.
me.
It was so good. I really liked it. Ty Dillinger was good too.
Yeah, it did.
How good would that be? Yeah.
Think honestly,
Both of those scenarios are
I
great.
think that's really good.
What's he bringing to the table?
Fuck off. He does it every time.
Wait for it. I think my issue isn't that either of those ideas are bad. It's that I want the companies as a whole to start respecting all the championships a little bit more. And as much as that might be fun in the moment, Mojo Rawley as a champion, no.
Still waiting for his competitor.
Not under any circumstances. Just from what they've got here, they should book the Usos a lot stronger and just go one-on-one with the
Fuck the
Alpha.
Usos, man.
They kind of killed me. Like when they first turned them, like I said before, they were really good, but then they just made them lose every week, and it's just killed that momentum.
Yeah, just let them be wearing all
Right.
black and let them be badasses.
I want them to shoot someone because they look like they would shoot someone.
Whoa, hang on.
Careful.
He's
No,
not
because
he's not
they've got, like,
stereotyping here or
Because they've
anything,
got like
but
the gangster grill.
whoa, hang on. We're gonna have like people coming after us and shit.
Probably the Usos.
And Rikishi, you did it probably back. This would be a good one for a poll on Twitter. Tim, you can set this up.
Yeah.
Who would you rather see face or win the titles? The Revival, great idea by the way. Mojo and Ty Dillinger.
What a good idea.
Thanks, mate. Oh, fucking Usos. You decide though, people.
Yeah. The Usos in their current situation, fuck no. But I think the point is, I don't think we should predict this match because I don't care.
No, American Alpha are going to win, because who else is winning that?
American
Come on.
Alpha will win.
Who else is winning that? No one.
Fuck that shit then.
Well, that's it. So,
Are we at the end?
We're on to
is
the
it
main
in the
event.
chamber?
We have, in the Elimination Chamber, the champion of 16 times, which is debatable based on my research. We'll get to that if you like.
Mass debatable.
Definitely. Versus AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion. Why is he in that match? The Miz versus the Baron Corbin. The Baron Corbin.
Oh,
The
the
Baron-
Baron
the Baron
Corbin.
Corbin.
He should start doing that.
Oh, Baz.
And Brian Kendrick is fucking the Brian Kendrick is fucking fuming. That'd be good.
And A.
Hair
Bray
versus hair
Wyatt.
match.
And then Bray Wyatt.
The Bray Wyatt.
No, it's just A. Bray Wyatt.
Did you hear Mauro Ranallo call this a Hell in a Cell match on SmackDown? Right at the start, it was his first bit, and he says Hell in a Cell match. So it's a shame. Yeah, I don't think Dean should be in it.
No, he should be
Miz
defending his title.
probably shouldn't either.
I quite like the Miz, isn't it? I like Miz.
No, he has been mixing it over them, so yeah, give him that.
At the very least, Ziggler should be in there instead of Ambrose.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
But again, of all the people you possibly got the potential to have in this match, if you take out Ambrose and Miz and just let them do their own boring little thing, you could have had, if you're really honest with it, you could have had either Lesnar or Goldberg involved. Why not? You could have
They're
had...
on the other show, Genius.
Yeah, but if that had gone differently, and the same way, if Samoa Joe hadn't gone to Raw, he could have been in this match. Shinsuke Nakamura could have been in this match.
Taker.
Undertaker, Kurt Angle.
He answers to no brand.
He might die in a chamber.
It might be an oxygen chamber.
Whoa, hang on. Yeah, it might be. It might be one of those tents like Mo Farah, like one of those oxygen tents.
I was about thinking more like Darth Vader.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just comes. Yeah, that'd be quite good.
Did you sense this same attitude that we have in Dean Ambrose promo on SmackDown?
What was it?
It was basically, no, I'm going to win, I'm going to leave with the, I'm going to, yawn, and then I'm going to leave with both belts. Now you speak.
Yeah, he did. He literally. I remember this. He waited for so long after he spoke for then just the next person to come out.
It was like, I'm
He
done
wasn't
now.
even interrupted. He just stopped speaking and just paced up and down, waiting for the other person.
He knows he's not winning that
Which
match.
I think
How
was
can he-
AJ Styles, if I can remember. But he did literally he did just pace up and down, waiting for the next person. He's like, I'm not going to speak anymore. I've said my bit. I said I'm going to win and be.
Well, surely someone in the
double
back should be like, he's finished speaking, bang, hit the music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they're watching that and they're doing all the cues. What's my cue? Oh, it might be where as soon as Dean says whatever he said last,
Yeah.
you hit the music. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Possibly someone fucked up at the back.
Oh,
Ambrose was not asked
For me,
either, though.
like, even if they had gone straight after,
Yeah.
it was still just Dean Ambrose was saying, I'm not stupid, I know I'm not winning this match, so how can I sell to you that I'm going to win this match? Because basically that's what Roman does. Roman just comes out and says absolutely the predictable thing all the time. Dean isn't that person. Otherwise they're exactly the same person, but it was such a shame. He shouldn't even be in the match. I feel bad for him.
We're saying it's predictable because we're all thinking the same thing, right?
Yeah, I do think so.
What are you thinking?
There's only one winner.
I don't think he's going to win it.
Who do you think?
Really?
You both think Bray Wyatt's going to win.
Yeah,
I
why
don't.
not?
I think
Surely that's the
Storyline.
whole reason Orton won the Rumble.
No. I refuse to believe that that's what they're doing. It's blind hope, more than anything. I don't think I can't believe that he's going to win that match.
So who is then?
Apart from Dean Ambrose, anyone fucking else. I don't think Bray Wyatt should win that match at all. At all.
Anyone but Kyle.
Anyone but Kyle. I don't think. Yeah.
Sorry,
Styles could win it back. Baron Corbin could win it. Cena retains it. I don't mind. I'd love The Miz to win it. I think that'd be brilliant.
But they've got to face Orton.
They can't do that match for the title. I can't let it happen. It
So-
makes no sense for that to happen in
so
my head.
Who would you basically said anyone but Bray and Dean.
Yeah.
Who would you prefer to have one-on-one with Randy Orton at WrestleMania?
I don't think it's all as cut and dried as all that.
Do you think it would be a triple threat?
I think
or-
anything could happen at the moment with it. Just because Cena's already faced Orton this week. And I don't think Orton's win has been that well received at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there are changes and additions and things going on, because they've got 5 or 6 weeks of just TV shows to do stuff. If it's just Orton,
So do you think it's going
I think you know
triple
what?
threat fatal four-way?
I think it could easily be what you're saying. I really hope to God it isn't, because I think it's shit.
I kind of think the whole reason they booked the Rumble the way they did is because they think the Wyatt storyline is bigger than it is.
I think
Because they haven't done anything with
I
it.
think it's a really good story though. I think it's a proper
Potentially.
good, slow build story that could run and run for ages, and it could be really good. But it seems like it feels like they've rushed the Luke Harper Randy Orton match. So yeah, they could be rushing it through, and it could be what you're saying. I
Yeah.
just really hope it isn't.
Doesn't need the title, that feud.
No,
That's the perplexing thing. It does not need the title. It's a personal feud.
that's the whole point. And Bray Wyatt isn't really about a title. We've had to believe that because he hasn't fucking had any. But it doesn't need it, and it doesn't make any sense. They're fighting for different reasons than the title,
Yeah.
so it makes no sense to me for him to win it. And because he's been out of the picture and not involved in anything, that's probably why he's gonna fucking win. But it's why he shouldn't. Baron Corbin should have more of a shout than him.
I was just going to say, my preference is actually Baron Corbin versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Baron Corbin winning the Elimination Chamber is friggin' huge for him. And it's a big step. And I don't think he is actually world champion material right now. But stranger things have happened than someone gets a shot early on in their career. And then you just you see what they do with it. And as far as WrestleMania goes, it's the only thing that we haven't really seen. Like a championship match with those two. I don't want to see another Cena Orton match. We've already seen a lot of Cena AJ, so Cena AJ and Randy is kind of a bit of a cluster. Dean won't win.
The Miz won't win. I'd just really like to see him with the belt. I think he'd do really well with it. I think it'd be good.
Let's do that again after WrestleMania though, because I think if everyone has to try to take on board the idea that The Miz is going to face Randy Orton in the main event
That'd be
of WrestleMania,
that's making no money.
that's what I mean. Like,
Randy
Miss
Orton.
Cena though.
what?
A rematch everyone
No,
wants.
that's what I mean.
That would
It's
be
just-
right, yeah.
No, it's not.
Twice in a lifetime.
That's how Miz should build it as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be really good, but they won't do that. You're probably right. But I'm going to say no, just because I don't want it to.
So what do you think will? Do you think Bray will?
No.
You just don't want it?
I can see it happening.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have that as a prediction. I want The Miz to win. I think John Cena will.
Okay. What do you reckon?
I'm saying Wyatt. I can't see past that.
How do you reckon it's being booked? Who's going 1-2? Who's getting it to the end of the match?
I reckon Cena. I reckon
Cena's got to be
Cena
there,
Corbin start off. Yeah, Cena last just to the very end. Does Orton help Wyatt? Maybe. Does he snake up through the ring or something.
Could happen.
Could do. Wyatt will come out 4th or 5th. Yeah, I reckon Cena will start it.
I reckon Cena and Miz will start it.
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh.
Yeah.
And you'll have Dean Ambrose pacing in his little enclosure, just ready to go because he's a lunatic. Out he comes. Baron Corbin stands there, doesn't fucking blink because he's a cool badass, don't move at all. And comes out and just lays out everybody.
AJ will do a 720 flip through coming out of it.
I reckon AJ's perfect number 3 in this match. He's the perfect first kind of new entrant to the match because he has to be in the match. Ideally, a lot exactly. Ideally, I'd probably have Cena AJ kick it off because they're the championship feud, aren't they? Really, and I'd quite like to see both of them go to the end, but I don't know. The way Cena said on Talking Smack, no one's on the level of me and AJ right now.
I didn't like that he said that. I didn't like it.
I'm into him having these little moments of honesty here and there.
I know, but
kind of agree.
I agree, and it was like you're saying, that's the honesty kind of thing. But you're still supposed to be selling this match where anyone can win.
Yeah.
Don't just pick the 2 best people. Do you know what I mean? Now, the whole point is you've got to make everyone look pretty good. That's why they all came out at the start and did little bits. Why Bray and Cena didn't come out at the start of the show, I don't know, because they're in the match that they were all talking about.
Yeah, they weren't smart, were they?
That was weird.
I still kind of think, as I know I just basically said I didn't want it, but my preference, because we don't have many options here, is that this match starts with Cena and AJ, ends with Cena and AJ, AJ wins, and then Cena needs his rematch. Orton's already the number 1 contender. We have a triple threat at WrestleMania.
So what do you think's going to happen?
That's what I want. I have no idea what is actually going to happen. I think Bray is.
Okay, there you go. So we've both got what we want to happen, and what you
what I think
will,
and
then you're just going all out.
Yeah, that's I can't get past it.
Okay.
I think I can't see past that.
There you go.
That's
Elimination Chamber. This is this Sunday.
We'll see how we get on with our predictions. Feel free to comment on our YouTube and our Twitter page. See what say what you think. If you agree with us, we're gonna get that poll up there. That one where Tim thinks the Usos should win the tag titles, and we had some good ideas. And we'll review Elimination Chamber after it's happened at some point. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to watch it live.
Me neither.
Because it is on late.
It is on late.
And I'm not that interested. I will watch it though.
Yeah, well, eventually. We'll come back with a quick review and see where we're headed towards WrestleMania, because the picture will probably be a little bit clearer. The picture will be a steaming pile of shit, but at least we'll be able to see it.
That's about it.
Yeah, so when should we do the podcast? You got any plans for Valentine's Day?
Is that the Tuesday?
That's the Tuesday.
Do you have to bring
No, I
it
can't
up?
do Tuesday.
I've got no plans.
Well, right, we'll figure it out anyway.
Oh, Tim said he's got plans. Plans you got?
I know.
It's working.
Working it.
Always.
Always working.
Always.
3 sweet, yo.
Sweet.
Peace out.
Bye.
Nice. And for the purposes of YouTube.
That chocolate makes me staring at me all the way through.
Oh, don't do it.